think that learning certain skills is beyond your ability? Do you feel stuck and unable to make yourself more valuable in the marketplace? Are there limiting beliefs preventing you from reaching your full potential? Understanding a certain feature of the brain can change all that. In fact, the power to maximize your full potential has been with you all along. In this video, you will discover that learning that life-changing skill might not be beyond you after all. Let me introduce you to neuroplasticity, the brain superpower you wish you had known about sooner. Neuroplasticity is the ability of the brain to reorganize itself and adapt to new experiences and learning. When we learn something new or have a new experience, certain groups of neurons in the brain get activated and release neurotransmitters. These chemical messengers bind to receptors on other neurons and cause them to get activated too. This creates a temporary neural pathway, a series of interconnected neurons that transmit information. As we continue to learn or experience the same thing, the neural pathway gets stronger and becomes more efficient at transmitting information. This is known as long-term potentiation. This is what happens when tasks like driving, swimming, or riding a bike become much easier after we've practiced them for a while. They become second nature and require little conscious effort to do them. This is the result of the brain's ability to streamline and simplify processes through repetition and practice. On the other hand, if we stop learning or experiencing the same thing, the neural pathway may weaken and become less efficient at transmitting information. This is called long-term depression. Our brain is so flexible that it can reorganize itself and form new neural connections based on changes in our environment, experiences, and learning. In other words, we can train the neurons in our brain to do essentially anything, and in the process, transform who we are. So the question is, how can we make the most of this phenomenon? If there's a skill you like to learn, the only way to become good at it is to start practicing it. This is how you lay down the neural framework for that skill. As you may have observed, encoding a skill into muscle memory doesn't happen overnight. It requires sustained practice over time. In other words, if you consistently practice a skill using correct techniques for a long enough time, you will eventually become good at it. It's important to know that the time and effort it will take to master a skill might not be the same for everyone. So, I suggest you don't compare yourself to other people. This is because your learning process will be affected by a combination of factors in ways that are unique to you. The great thing about neuroplasticity is that it shows us what's possible. It provides a scientific explanation for the emphasis on consistent practice we often hear about in relation to skill development. It turns out that regularly engaging in an activity helps to strengthen the neural pathways associated with it. So, don't be intimidated by that skill. What you need are proper techniques and consistent practice over a certain period of time. I hope this video inspires you to improve your life by learning a new skill or developing an existing one. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.